And good evening, everyone. News 8 is your local election headquarters. With 1 day of early voting left and the primary days away, concern tonight over the relocation of polling sites around Monroe County. Atia Collins spoke with a Rochester voter about that concern and joins us live now. Atia.
Well, Jack, seniors living here at Seneca Towers used to have a polling site right in the lobby. This year, however, they'll have to travel more than a mile away to cast their ballot. In fact, multiple polling locations throughout the city have been changed from 2019. Now, the Board of Elections commissioners say this is largely due to the pandemic, but some are worried that the changes could mean fewer people coming to the polls. Voters in 71 districts will now have a new polling location for this year's primary election compared to the last primary in 2019.
Voting sites have been reduced and they have been moved from more traditional locations such as churches, community groups and centers, and specifically senior housing. Will Bauer sent a letter to the Board of Elections and looked into the numbers. He found 80% of the changes are in communities of color or senior housing, the communities most impacted by disabilities or lack of transportation. And may discourage them or make it so difficult for them to vote that their votes may not be cast. In a press conference on Thursday, Mayor Lovely Warren called upon the Board of Elections to reverse the change in locations, claiming the move, quote, disenfranchises city voters, end quote. Board of Election commissioners, however, say out of the 36 changed sites, 19 declined participation and some were permanently closed. They say COVID has a lot to do with the changes as well.
None of this and the decisions we make are politically motivated at all. It is simply based on the current landscape and the restrictions and the guidelines that we are given based on changes in law, based on willingness to participate from previous sites.
The commissioners say most of the changed sites are within walking distance of old locations, and voters were notified per state law of the changes. Voters like Bauer, who is hoping to raise awareness on voter accessibility by calling out the moves.
Every candidate, every citizen, every public official should be behind this and making sure that we're making voting access equitable, fair, and open.
In total, there are 95 polling sites open for this year's primary election. The Board of Elections commissioners did tell me any changes were posted online in early May. Reporting in Rochester, Atia Collins, News 8.